So consider this problem statement. So it says that if the sum of the solutions of the system of equations, that is 2 times sin x squared minus cos of 2x, that is equal to 0, and the other equation is given as 2 times cos x squared plus 3 times sin x, that is equal to 0 in the interval that is 0 to 2 pi, and this is the closed interval, that means 0 and 2 pi radian is included. So this is written, the sum of solution can be expressed in the form of k times pi. So in that case we need to compute the value of k, right? So now proceeding towards the solution. So first of all we will be solving these two equations, and whichever set of values will be acceptable for both of these two equations simultaneously, we will just add those roots and compare that with k pi. Whatever that value of k would be there, we will report that as answer. Now if you observe this equation, so this cos 2x, for this we can use the identity, that is cos x squared minus sin x squared. Now in the next step, this cosine x squared can be written as 1 minus sin squared x. So 1 minus sin x squared, right? And this one can be further resolved as, so this can be written as, because it is present 2 times, so I can write 1 minus 2 times this, right? Now on resolving this one, on resolving this equation, we will be getting 4 times sin x squared, that is equal to 1, and from this we can clearly mention that sin x squared would be equal to 1 over 4, 1 over 4. So from this, sin x would have two different values, that is negative 1 over 2 and positive 1 over 2. So the acceptable values for x would be, one will be pi over 6, and then next one will be, because here positive 1 by 2 and negative 1 by 2 both are satisfied, right? So 5 pi over 6, then next one would be 7 pi over 6, and then next one 11 pi over 6. And the reason is very simple, that the interval is already mentioned, that x will belong to this, okay. So this interval is given, actually this interval is given as part of the problem statement, so that's why we are considering these values. Now we will be solving the next equation that is given to us, and from that also we need to extract the given roots. Now this is the given equation, and now we will be resolving this one. So instead of this, now this cos x squared can be written as, this one can be written as 1 minus sin x squared, right? So this one within parenthesis. Now on resolving this we would get this one as 2 times sin x plus 1 times sin x minus 2, that is equal to 0. Now from this we can say that sin x would be equal to negative 1 over 2, and sin x equal to 2, for real values of x we won't get sin x as 2 for any real value of x. So that is, this part is already rejected, right? So from this, for this negative 1 by 2, x would belong to, x would only accept this 7 pi over 6 and then 11 pi over 6. These are the acceptable values. Now finally the solutions, right? That is the solutions, solutions that are acceptable, okay, acceptable values of x. So finally acceptable values of x. So if I take intersection of this set and this given set, right, now the acceptable values for x would be this, because these are the values which will satisfy the equation that is given at first and the second. So these are the acceptable values of x, right? And now if I take the sum, now, so sum would be equal to this 7 pi over 6 plus 11 pi over 6, and this is equal to 3 pi, 3 times pi, which is which gives on comparison with k pi, this gives as value of k as, this generates the value of k as 3, and this 3 is the answer, right. So these are the roots, that is 7 pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6 are the roots which satisfies the equation, first equation as well as the second one. So that's why these are the two acceptable roots. Now the sum of roots when I compute, so that turns out to be 3 pi, and when I compare with this, then the value of k is 3, and hence this is the answer to this problem statement.